What's going on, guys? This is Lior and welcome back to my channel. What I thought I would do in this video, it is September 2022 now. The markets have been changing quite a bit. So I thought I'd give you guys an update on what it's like to buy investment property around the Boston area. I'll talk about inventory types, rents, what you can expect, and everything you need to know if you're thinking about buying an investment property, rental property in the Boston area right now. So with that, let's get at it. What's going on, guys? My name is Lior and welcome back to my channel. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, two super quick things, guys. Number one, if this is your first time on my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Putting out tons of new videos all the time, talking about Boston lifestyle, homes, tips on real estate, events, and literally everything in between. So if that's the kind of content you guys are looking for, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And number two, guys, if you guys are thinking about doing anything with real estate, whether you're buying, selling, investing, whatever it may be, I am still blown away by just how many calls we get from you guys watching these videos. We get calls from literally everywhere, whether you're in Boston, from people from Boston, people from across the country. I've had calls from Florida, California, New York, Texas, literally like everywhere, and even international calls. So we get them all the time, and me and my team still love helping each and one of you guys. So if you're thinking about doing anything, hit us up and we will definitely help you out. So that being said, let's get right into the meat and potatoes. So as I said, I wanted to do an update of what it's like to buy investment/rental property around the Boston area today. It is September 2022. The market is shifting. There's a lot going on. And if you guys have been watching my videos over the last few months, you know the market has shifted, right? You know that condos, especially around the city, have slowed down significantly. Even single families now are kind of starting to slow down, right? Some single families in the burbs can still move relatively quickly, but there's still plenty of them that sit on the market that take a lot more muscle to move than they have over the last 12 to 24 months, right? The multifamily still move relatively quickly. Again, if it's a dumpy property or not a good property, it's probably gonna sit a little bit longer. But the solid multis today are still pretty competitive, right? Most 3 families, 4 families that my buyers are getting under contract, there's typically a couple of bids. We still have to go $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000 over ask. And I've still lost some bids when I've gone $40,000, $50,000 over ask recently. So the good multifamilies are still pretty competitive, because they're still quite in demand. But before we jump further into that, let's kind of take a step back and first talk about condos as an investment property, right? Because I know a lot of you guys are still looking at condos as potential investment property. And as I said, condos have really slowed down from a sales perspective. Even the quality condos today, still take a little bit of time to move. So that's kind of an opportunity for an investor, right? Because you can come in with limited competition, get them at a pretty good price. And what the good thing is, rents are still really, really strong, right? I mean, the Boston area rents are incredibly strong. The rental market is very, very strong, very, very fluid. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds if you're thinking about buying a condo rental property, right? Because on the acquisition side or on the buy side, it's a little bit slower. You don't have to overbid. And then on the rental side, the market's still very attractive, still very strong. Rents are very high, and you can do quite well on that. On the multi side, as I was kind of alluding to earlier, on the sales side, it is still a little competitive, right? Like I said, you're still probably for the good buildings gonna have to bid over asking. You might have to be a little bit flexible with your terms. You're gonna be probably facing anywhere from 2 to 4, 2 to 5 offers on really, really good inventory. So those are still, somewhat challenging to get. Obviously nothing compared to what it was 12 months ago, but it's still no walk in the park either. That being said, as I said, the rents are still very, very strong, right? So even though you have to kind of, bid up a little bit on these properties, you're buying 2 to 3, 4 units at a time, and you can still get very, very solid and attractive rents on your property. Now, in terms of your kind of long-term outlook, I've said this in the past on this channel and I'll say it again. If you're looking to potentially flip property, right, and kind of get in and get out and make $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, that's probably not a great strategy today, right? I mean, it is a very tricky market to navigate. So I would definitely not really advise doing that. But if you guys are still kind of playing a longer term game, or you're buying property for at least 3 years, maybe even 5 to 10 year outlook, right? I am still so incredibly high on so many of these pockets in Boston. I mean, I've done videos recently on different construction and development updates on different neighborhoods and cities. I mean, there's just so much activity, so much money being poured into development, construction, infrastructure. Job growth is still very strong here, right? Plenty of, very, very strong companies are here. We've got everything set up in Boston to be successful over the long run. So if you've got that longer vision for the city and you can kind of wait and play that longer term game, I still think it is 100% worthwhile to go and invest in Boston real estate. Again, my personal 2 cents, I drink my own Kool-Aid, if you will. I'm still buying investment property, and I think everyone should do the same as well. So if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, any comments, make sure you put them in the comments below, and my team and I will definitely help you out.